Hello, my name is Sarah Wilson. I'm here to tell a story about my family. It's a little bit of a funny story behind it because I am from a deaf family. There are four of us. My parents, my sister, and I are deaf. And a lot of people thought, wow, a deaf family, how nice. And they envision that it's hereditary, but it's not. All four of us were actually born able to hear. Isn't that hard to believe? Believe it or not. But my father, he was born and raised hearing. He could hear, but then his hearing decreased. We don't know why. It was a natural decline in his ability to hear. And then he had two brothers and a sister who were deaf as well, and another one who was hard of hearing. So the family already knew how to communicate in signs, so it wasn't any big impact. It didn't have a big impact on my dad. But until he was 21, after that, he could not hear anything. But before that, until he was 21, he could talk on the phone and hear everything. And he did know how to sign and had experience mingling with deaf people and interacting. Now, as for my mother, she wasn't even born in America. She was born in Sicily. And so that area was very rural, and there was hills and rocks and rough terrain, and she would walk around, and sometimes she was careless and she fell quite a bit. And one day she fell and hit her head on a big rock. And actually there was bleeding from her ear and her head, and they went to the doctor, and actually she was deaf. She couldn't hear anything at all after that. So, wondering what to do, my grandfather, my mom's dad, was very concerned about deaf because there wasn't a school for the deaf, especially in Italy at the time. So they decided to investigate. They decided America was better. So they moved to America for my mother and put her in a deaf school, the Missouri School for the Deaf. That is how my parents actually met. And then after they went to school, graduated from college, they got married, and then they had my older sister who was also born able to hear. But my sister started having a lot of sickness, and she got meningitis, and that is what caused her deafness. That's one thing that commonly causes deafness. Secondly, I was born and I had lots and lots of ear infections before I was 1 year old. So by the time I was one, I was already deaf. My hearing was gone. So yes, of course, my parents were happy and looking forward to all of us being deaf because of the communication thing. We had 100% access with no barriers. But to this day, I still think about it and wonder, how was all four of my family born able to hear, and then they all became deaf? I've seen from the experiences with my friends who are deaf, who have parents who can hear, really, I mean, they have no communication, they don't understand our culture, they have a hard time. And they would come over to my house a lot,